I'm Danny Wise, and this is Be Inspired. Be Inspired is a safe place to have conversations that matter. We bring the very best speakers to you and also the very best in edutainment, where we entertain and educate at the same time. This event is for businesses that are ready to get gloriously uncomfortable as we show up, wise up and rise up together.
Everyone has really got each other's backs.
What Danny's created, second to none. Nobody else is doing this.
I've cried or had, several aha moments in every one of the talks today.
Be Inspired is genuinely one of the most amazing things that I've ever done.
They have made me feel part of the community.
But everybody has just seemed to embrace me, and people talk to me like they've known me for years.
It's been really nice meeting different people, and everybody's just been so lovely.
This isn't an event for women, it's for people in business, and that energy and that inclusivity is being reflected throughout.
There's nowhere else where you'd ever feel so held and so safe and so looked after and so loved.
I feel like there's something for everybody to hear.
But what really differentiates this event is there is a huge element of love.
I've met people that I would never otherwise have perhaps connected with in business from loads of different walks of life.
There is so much that big brands and corporates can learn from the flexibility and the tenacity and the energy of young and startup businesses. Similarly, there is so much that small and startup businesses can learn from big brands, and it's my job to pull everybody together.
The ways I feel supported by Be Inspired, and in particular the Fly Anyway Foundation, is it's given me hope that I can actually achieve the visions that I have for myself in the future, such as having my own community interest company and actually having the business aid to make that happen.
You're talking about such amazing things that help you as a person and as a business in a way that doesn't feel gross.
The foundation's been amazing because it's hooked me up with people I never would have known about. I'm just off to this perfect start. From humble beginnings, where we were struggling to sell like 75 tickets, we are now selling out time and time again. Over 250 delegates, all energized, engaged, hungry for growth entrepreneurs wanted to show up, wise up and rise up. We are putting Be Inspired on the map here in the northwest of England as the place to come and collaborate, to network, to listen, to grow, to learn, and then to take action, as well as enjoying the journey together. We want you to come and get involved. Whether you are a part of the audience or indeed becoming one of our exhibitors or sponsors, this is definitely something you do not want to miss.
Good morning, you body buggers. I'm sorry I'm late this morning. Forgive me for my tardiness. I had to go pick up the car from its service, didn't I? And I didn't want to pre-record because I wanted to come and see you and say, hey, how are you? How are you feeling? Are you feeling good this Wednesday morning? I hope you are. I got my new bins on this morning. Feeling good, feeling fly. I've not got a stitch of makeup on, nor am I going to. I'm having a bit of a sleeves up, messy bun, get shit done kind of day today. So let me get comfy. I've literally just sat down from getting in, picking my car up. Let me get in. Let me strip off here. Here. Oh, I'm stuck. There we are. How are you doing? I hope you are feeling good today. It is Wise Up Wednesday, the day that we come together and we learn stuff. And this Wise Up Wednesday, I haven't I've not got the shit weather map. Wait, let me fix you up. I thought the aesthetic was weird. So there's our shit weather board. Actually, I've run out of magnets that are anything to the contrary of it's a bit of shit, which is what the weather is normally like here in the UK. It's actually glorious. It's a beautiful autumnal day outside. What's the weather doing where you are? Where are you watching in the world? Do let me know. Wise Up Wednesday is the day where we get together and we learn, share what we're learning, share some golden nuggets of good stuff with the rest of the community. So what I would love to know from you today is, in the last week, have you had a revelation or a realization? And that is what I want to talk about this morning. Revelations and realizations, catching curveballs and running with them. And what is your advice for somebody who is in the process of being thrown a curveball? How do we deal with curveballs? What are your realizations, light bulb moments from the last week? I would love to know in the comments. What have we got? Is there a video of the last event? Would be great to hear. Who's this? Is there a video of the last event? Would be great to hear the other speakers. Yes, you can go on and get retrospective access to Be Inspired. And all of the talks there. If you go to imthequeenbee.co.uk, you can go and grab retrospective access to that. And you just have 2 weeks left to get your early bird tickets to Be Inspired. So early bird tickets and tables. The best value you can get is get 9 of your friends together. Get 9 of your friends together and host a table, because there's all sorts of perks that go with it. If you go to imthequeenbee.co.uk or send me a message, just send me a direct message. Say, Dan, what table? And I will send you all the information, all the things, and all the table host perks that you need to know about. But you only have 2 weeks left to get those early bird prices. It jumps up quite significantly after the 30th of November. So if you are like, yes, I'm definitely going to be inspired on the 30th, 31st of March, 2023 with me at Old Trafford to come and do it all again, then you need to get a bit of a shifty on. Get your business besties together, get members of your audience together, get your team together, whoever it is, get your mates together and get yourselves your ticket. It's £150 plus VAT per ticket each if you get a table all together for you and 9 friends. Or get you and your mate together and then round up 4 of your friends each. It makes it easier, right? But it makes your tickets really super cheap for 2 full days of awesome learning, inspiration, motivation, celebration, as well as a fantastic expo, as well as your lunches both days, as well as fantastic entertainment. Absolutely wonderful entertainment. So very, very, very excited to bring that to you. All right. Finola, very tempting. Finola, you need to get yourself there. It'd be great to see you. Darren Stanton, it has been a while. It's lovely to see you. 4 degrees and just out of water. Wow. Okay. How aligned. On Sunday, I did a training on fear, and the main takeaways were the 4 thieves of fear are judgment, shame, guilt, and validation. But the curveball is they're all familiar. We stay connected to them, even though they don't make us feel happy. Yeah, I hear that. So your brain looks for the opposite of dissonance. What's the word? Like affirmation, right? It looks for positive reinforcement for what it believes. And if it's experienced a lot of these things, guilt, shame, judgment, like all of those things, if it's experienced it a lot or seeks it a lot, it looks to be affirmed. So it looks for those things. So what happens is that we end up being attached to these feelings, and they don't. You're right, they don't make us feel happy. What a revelation to share. Thank you so much. Amy Blaney, good morning to you. I had a phone call Friday that is game-changing for me. I saw a post about this. Is very excited. My biggest revelation is, although I felt like I'm running through treacle and getting nowhere, actually the work is paying off. You just need to keep going. Believe in your own unique magic. Do you know, that's a really interesting one. I'm working with a lot of people at the moment who have felt for quite some time they've been wading through treacle. And actually, when they go back and look at the things that they've achieved, they've actually made inroads. This goes back to one of the revelations for me this year, is not just this week, but this whole year, is that we overestimate what we can do in 6 to 12 months and underestimate what we can do in 3 years. If I look at where we were 3 years ago and where we are now, we are eons, absolutely eons away from where we were 3 years ago. However, if you'd have told me what we would have achieved, I'd have laughed at you. 12 months, if I look just 2 years ago, I still felt like I was wading through treacle. This last 12 months, I would say particularly, have really felt like a slog, sort of personally, in the background, like keeping my energy right, juggling lots and lots of things, having consistently juggled lots and lots of things for a long time. I was starting to feel the pull of that. Things were leveling up and the team was still the same size. And me and the team have looked at each other over the course of this year and gone, you know, are we making the inroads? Anna, who is one of my wing women, she's my lady in waiting, my PA, she's amazing. my assistant in all things, actually was saying, I really don't feel like we've made some inroads. And it took Danielle, who's my ops manager, and co-director of the Fly Anyway Foundation, to go back through the notes that we made from our team strategy day, which was this time last year. And actually, we've ticked off more than what we have realized in the moment. We've done more things than what we realized in the moment. So the realization for me this week is to take stock of your actual achievements, because sometimes what we do when we're in these situations of growth is that we fly past our milestones, like really fly past them, and everyone will look at it, oh, Danny, you're smashing it, and I'm just running towards the next thing, because there's nothing at the top of the rope. Remember, if we look at the rope of success that everybody's trying to climb, they think there's a destination. It's not. It's just more rope. When you get there, you've just got further to climb. When you get to the top, you kind of have to look around you and go, oh, there's more. Okay, cool, let's keep going then. It's really cheesy, but that song, The Climb, is the one, right? Is the enjoying the process. And I think what is very, very, very important, and what I want to bring back to my team meetings, is that what have the successes been for this week? Like, what have we achieved this week? What have been the good things? There's going to be challenges. There always are. It's just business, right? But actually, what have the successes been? What can we celebrate? And that comes back to what we share in the Hive, right? Is we share our successes and we share our challenges. One of the great things about Be Inspired is that we get to come together in celebration as well as learning, but we get to come together twice a year to celebrate each other, to share what our successes are, to reflect on the things that we're achieving, as well as holding a mirror up to maybe some of the things that we need to work on. But it isn't just about that. Be Inspired isn't just about that. It's not about going to, just go and do the deep work, the inner work, go and start to peel off the layers of the onion and painfully look at yourself and all the things that you're not, to make plans accordingly. Still look at the things that you've done and gone, hey, fucking hell, I'm dead good. I'm actually really good at the things that I do. And look at the inroads that I make, and look at the connections that we made. And I really want to implore you that before we get to December and the run up to Christmas and the new year, where we start to make our plans, I want you to stop for a minute and look at all the things that you've achieved, and look at all the incredible things that you've done. It feels like eons ago since, not the Be Inspired just gone, but the March one. It feels like 5 minutes in a lifetime all wrapped into one. And it has been, for want of a better phrase, a complete roller coaster between then and now, a huge roller coaster of ups and downs and ups and downs. And sometimes the downs have felt so dark sometimes that the ups have been difficult to see. It's like there's been, Jojo Smith, our incredible fairy godmother, brand strategist, amazing creative director for Be Inspired, has just been to New York. And if anyone's ever been to New York or anywhere, London, anywhere where there's really tall buildings, that sometimes that on a foggy day or a day where there's low cloud, you can't see the top of the building. You can't see the highs. If you look around, if you go to a mountainous or hilly area and it's foggy, sometimes you don't see the top of the mountain because you're so far down. And I think that some points this year have really felt like that for me. And it's been difficult to see where the tops of the buildings are, where the great highs. Actually, there have been loads of them. And so this week has been about allowing myself to just pause and go, do you know what? We've done some really big stuff this year. We've done some really good stuff this year. And it's okay to check in with that and sort of replay that a little bit. Some of the things I forgot. I forgot a connection that I've made, or I forgot a client that I've inducted, or not forgotten a client, but forgot how big of a win that was. Or not celebrated when we've grown the team as wildly as we should do, because that's been a huge thing for us. Finola's just saying, actually doing the reflection at the moment, and it's encouraging me to be audacious for next year. Your lovely word, audacious. I love the word audacious. In fact, I want to know, for you watching, what does audacious, what does the audacity? I just love the word. How amazing it is. It's not conceited. It's not ego driven. It's just audacious. It's just big, isn't it? It just feels big and delicious and taking up space. Like, darling, the audacity. Like, how dare you turn up in this space and take up space? Like, I'm here for it. Be audacious. Be audaciously reflective in all of the things, in what you're doing, in all of the things that you're going to do. Like, be fucking audacious. I want to see you audaciously taking up space. Audacity is being anti-fragile. I love that. Brave, bold, and ballsy. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, so I feel like this year has really changed for me. I started the year thinking I wanted more. I'm now Ooh, I like this. I'm now struggling to keep up with all the more. I felt this year. I felt this year. Like, we want more, we want growth, exponential growth, all of this. We want trajectory, we want speed, success loves speed. And all of a sudden you get there and the snowball is rolling, gathering speed and momentum. You're like, the coffers need to keep up with the growth. The business structure needs to keep up with the press of everything, right? Met some fabulous people online this year, including you, Danny. Oh, thank you so much, my darling. That means the absolute world. Finola, it makes me smile. I love that the word audacious, audacity makes you smile, makes me smile too. It's why I love using it. And it's a real recognition thing for when I'm introducing myself. You know, my name's Danny Wallace and I'm the Queen Bee, which is a ridiculously audacious statement to make. I'm already telling people how ridiculous it is that I'm saying it. And then I go in to tell people why. Why am I saying it? You know, when I tell people that I am the Queen Bee, absolutely nothing to do with me and everything to do with me sharing with you the concept of audaciously taking up space and hopefully inspiring you to do the same thing. The energy in the world is negatively dense, so we appear to have to work harder. Best advice I got was slow down to speed up. And that is definitely something that I have had to turn the volume up of to make sure that I'm looked after from a health perspective, but also from a nurturing relationships perspective. This weekend will see me stepping out of the business from Friday, like in an intrinsic, like day-to-day running, Friday all the way through till Tuesday evening next week. And for 3 days, for 3 of those days, I'm just going to be with friends and family. I'm just going to be with people that I love. I'm just going to be with people that I care about. I'm just going to be with people that I want to spend time with. Which, you know, I find myself in those positions when I'm in work, but generally when I'm in work, people want something from me. And yesterday I went to go and meet with a lovely friend of mine, a guy called Chris Kenner, who runs marketing, a huge marketing company that based intercontinentally called Brand Advance. And the values around Brand Advance is centered intrinsically around inclusivity. And he does phenomenally well. And he's a real great connector of people. He's a good heart. He does great things. And I went down to London to go and see him yesterday, because we're doing some bits of work on some things with the Flying Away Foundation, with speaking, all of that sort of stuff. And when I got there, I could see that Chris was running. Like, he was running. I could see, I was literally sitting in front of a mirror. And we could have talked about all of the business stuff. We could have made juicy plans for stuff. But actually what we did is we were just mates. We just spent some time together yesterday. We kind of saw that, or I certainly saw for him, because he was ready to turn up and serve. People do this with me all the time, is that they turn up and they need something. That's fine, because I'm in the service space, right? I want to serve. That's what I want. But sometimes it's nice to be in a space where somebody doesn't want something from you. And often we find ourselves, when we set up meetings and we do these things, that, you know, we require something from somebody, or they require something from us. And sometimes the best relationships are forged when you go, actually, tell me what you're excited about. Like the light in me sees the light in you. You need a break. I need a break. Christ, let's just get a drink poured. Let's have a break. Let's just enjoy each other's company. Work is going to happen anyway. And yesterday was really delicious for us to be able to do that. And actually, in doing that, has solidified a great friendship. And I look at this weekend as stepping off and allowing myself to do that, to just be with my friends and my family where they don't want anything from me and I don't want anything from them other than to just hang, other than to just love on them and with them, is for me rest. Stopping to start, I don't have to serve. I end up will anyway because I have to be busy, like in an environment. So there's like 20 of us going up to a lovely house up in Edinburgh, really exciting. And we've got some lovely things planned, like with and for each other. And I end up sort of needing a job. So I'll busy myself. I'll cook for people or I'll help people. You know what I mean? I just will, but I don't have to. I'm not being paid to do it. I'm doing it just because I want to love on everybody. And it's really nice to look forward to having that time. But for me, that's stopping to go. That's pausing to start. That's not me thinking, oh, what's my income generating activity today? That's not, oh, have I recorded this thing? Or I've got this costume for this. So I'm going to put my makeup on today. I've literally got pajamas for the daytime and pajamas for the nighttime. I ain't getting any kind of other kind of dressed for the whole of the weekend. I'm so excited. But I also know that in doing that, it's difficult because I don't like stepping away. And I always come back, and I've shared with this story before. My incredible music teacher, Ian Gray, has said, you know, you are a self-important little woman sometimes, you know, Dan. You think the world is going to fall apart if you step out. But I've got an incredible team. He's not going to let my world fall apart if I step out. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. Pausing to go, slow down to speed up, stop to start. That is what I am focusing on at the moment because I already know like there's big things coming, right? It's hard. It is absolutely, it's hard, right? Who's partying at the Cheshire Awards on Friday? I'm so gutted that I'm not going to be there. IATQB have sponsored one of the awards. It started with the year actually, which I'm very, very excited about. I can't wait to see who's won that and congratulate them personally. Good morning. Who is this? Who are you? Good morning, you beautiful person. I hope you are okay. So we are talking about wise words and revelations this morning. So slowing down to speed up is one of them. Connecting with people, not just because you want or need something from them, but just because the light in you has seen the light in them and you dig on each other. And you want to build that relationship and that friendship has become more important to me than anything else. But actually the best business is done that way. You get to build from a real place of trust as opposed to a place of requirement. And that now more than ever is more important to me than anything. If I look at my business friendships, that they're just more than business friendships. I look at how I met Deep Bajwa, for example, the well-heeled coach and CEO of Opulence Events. I look at my relationship with her and we're like family, we're like sisters. Abigail Horn, we met in kind of the business space, but we're like sisters. Jojo Smith, we met in the business space. It started out with a coffee. She was tenacious and came and said, Danny, you're in the area. Can I come for a coffee with you? Yes, but she's one of my best friends. Held my hand while I had surgery last year. If I look at, you know, newer friendships, if I look at the likes of Sam Squire from Curious Entrepreneurs and Inspired to Ignite, like man's like family already. If I look at the likes of George Alfie and the work that he's doing and, you know, the support that we're giving each other for different things that we're doing, these things are amazing, but it's when you invest in each other from a place of non-requirement that actually incredible stuff is done. Good morning, Emma Morby. I hope you are okay. I'm in a brave space to answer you today. Loads of you over the course of the last 2 days have sent me voice notes or send me messages or trying to get hold of me. Sorry, I have been in transit. I am in the office today, so I'm able to respond. Sorry, my inbox is absolutely disgusting sometimes. So if I leave you on air, there's two things that have happened. One is that I've heard it and I've responded in my head. Or two, one of my children have been on my computer and it's flashed up on my Facebook and it looks like I've read it and I haven't. So if I do ignore you, I haven't ignored you. I've either responded in my head and I thought that's it done. Sorry about me and my ADHD. Or I haven't actually seen it. Somebody else has seen it and clicked on it because of the way that my computer is set up. I'm pointing here because this is my computer, right? So yeah. They're my revelations for this week. They're my Wise Ups for this Wise Up Wednesday. Slowing down to speed up, connecting not from a place of requirement, but from a place of trust, from a place of the light in me sees the light in you. How can we serve each other? Not what do I need from you, but what can I do for you? Like, it was beautiful to get a text from Chris last week to say, hey, I'm in the UK next week. How can I help you? Like, he'd taken that time to consider a conversation that we'd had a few months ago to say, you know what, we're going to do some work together at some point. Not quite sure what that will look like, but I want to help you in any way that I can. And then for him to then check in with that. And then for me, in response, to turn up and say, I don't want anything from you in this moment. Just, I'm here. And what's going on for you? Tell me what's going on for you. I'm here to be your friend. And that is a beautiful thing. Maybe slower in getting shit done, but it gets shit done the right way, I believe. Anyway, a very happy Wednesday to you. I hope you've got some good things planned today. I certainly have. I'm going to be seeing my incredible friends. My cousin, Sarah Stone, is over from New York today. So I'm going to get to give her a squidge. I get almost all of, no, I think I get all my cousins in a room. Almost all of my cousins in a room together over the weekend with my sister, which is something, I'll tell you this story another time, something I've been waiting almost 20 years for. So for all that I seem very, very impatient for lots of things, a story for another time. But I am a very, very patient woman, and I'm very, very good at playing the long game for the greater good. And tomorrow, so this weekend is going to see me get a lot of my favourite people in the room, and I've been waiting a very long time for it. So for one, I'm getting emotional. I'm going to see you later. Enjoy your Wednesday today. I'll see you on Friday for more Showing Up, Wising Up and Rising Up. I love you. See you later.